Okay, homework question.
Wait.
Which one?
You have the, do you want me to like say all of it so you can write it out?
Yeah, give us a reference. Where are you?
Oh, well, it wasn't on one of the appendices, it was just on a question that you had suggested for us.
Oh, okay. What did it say?
It said, at the quantity demanded, it was 912 minus 4.5p with 9,000 buyers.
Right, this is the one we were going to work in class the other day, but nobody had done it. So maybe everybody done it now, right? That's quantity demanded, and let me put that over here. I like the demand on the left side. Quantity demanded 912 minus 4.5p. How many buyers?
9,000.
9,000 buyers. Okay.
And then the quantity supplied
Quantity supplied.
was negative 147
Okay.
plus 3.6p at 17 sellers.
That's 17 cents. All right. This should be a gift on the exam, as long as you don't screw the math up. Okay? So, for the market demand, we're going to have 9,000 times the individual demand. Hopefully somebody's done this and has a calculator that is correct. What do we get? 81,000 plus 83? You got to talk loud.
It was 820,800.
828.
8208. It was 8,208,000.
Thank you, I can do that. 8,208,000 minus
Minus 8,995.5.
That's not right. I got
this should be
40,000.
Yeah.
40,500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus 40,500. Everybody okay with that for a market demand?
Excuse me, sir. There used to be another class here.
No, sir.
Deborah Page.
Ms. Page teaches in this classroom?
Yes.
Perhaps you're thinking Tuesday, Thursday at 11?
Possibly.
She is in A31. Is her office over there? You can
Yeah.
inquire and see where she's teaching.
All right, thank you.
Sure. Everybody okay with this? I need a little nod of the head if you check. Over here, we're going to have the supply equation for the market, which is 17 times the rest of this. 17 times 147.
Negative 2,499.
24.99 negative. Plus
61.2.
61.2.
That's right.
Everybody okay with that? And so when we set these equal to each other, we move all the p terms over to one side, so we simply add that over here. 40,561.2. And then we add this over here, which is conveniently easy. 210,499. Does that look right? I got a couple of nods. So when we divide through by 40,561, we get our equilibrium price, which is
202.4.
202.4. Anybody else confirm that?
Would you keep going? I did 202.42.
Okay,
Just round it
that's cool.
up. Okay.
I take it to
I
two
didn't know if
decimals
it
in
made a
case.
difference.
The answers will be out to do 2 decimals, but if you get 202, there won't be any other answers close to it. You'll know you're right.
Okay.
That's good. All right, so far. Everybody okay with the equilibrium price? How do you solve for the quantity?
Put it back in the problem.
Where?
Back into the demand and the supply.
Put this back into the market demand equation, not the individual demand. If you put it into the individual demand, you will get the wrong answer, but that will be a choice. Don't let that happen. So we're going to get 8,208,000 minus 40,500 times 202.42 That's gonna be the market quantity demanded. How much is that? Anybody?
8,198,010. 8,198,010.
010.
That's what I got. I rounded the .4 instead of .42, and I got 10,800.
I'm having some hesitation here. What's 202 times 40,500?
It's negative
8,198,010.
Is that right? So how do you get a 10 here?
There's
Anybody? Mash those buttons.
Ew, what is that?
Did anybody else confirm this number? Right here.
Oh,
Okay, so that's confirmed. So,
so then it's that one?
so it's a 10, yeah. I'm sorry, 40,000 times 200, right? You got, okay, so if you subtract this from this, what do you get? Is that right?
You get like 9,000.
9990.
9,990. Okay, I thought you were telling me that was the quantity.
Oh, no, sorry, I was just
okay.
doing.
So the quantity demanded is 9,990. This is the number for that element. Okay so far?
Yeah.
Everybody okay with that?
Sorry.
No problem. How about over here, when we take negative 2499 plus 61.2 times 202.42, then what do we get? This is the quantity supplied in the market.
9,889.1.
989.1. Well, that's pretty darn close. Those answers are very, very close together. Okay, how are we doing so far? Was there any more to this question?
No, you're just trying to find
Don't you put them together?
Well, yeah, I would average the two, but they're so close. I'd probably say the answer is 99.90 and leave it at that. Yes, ma'am?
What's that next to 202 something?
What's that next to the what?
We go back to the circle 202.
Up there.
Up here, 202.42.
Oh,
Good, sir?
Okay, so once we have these two numbers, once we look at a chart, what will that look like? What will this look like on a graph? Once we have these two numbers, this is
Okay.
just,
What would this look like in a graph? We have calculated the equilibrium price and quantity. Equilibrium. And so our quantity is going to be about 99.90,
and then
and our price is the 202.42. Here's your graph.
and that's quantity supply and demand, is that equilibrium point, right? Okay. Cool.
Cool.
I told you wrong. Yeah, I did.
Is there a map?
I was looking at my average and it was different than,
Oh, okay, what did you get over here?
it was 9,889. That's why I was like, why wouldn't you average it? Because it makes it a lot lower.
9,989.
No, 9,889.
9,889. That's what I got. That's
800.
that's what I thought we did.
Say it slowly.
Sorry,
9,889.
Thank you.
Point one.
All right, so the average was going to be,
9,939.
okay, if that's the average, that's approximately what you would see on the exam.
Yeah, 993.
Okay? Cool. So, what do you learn here about the exam?
Follow the rules.
Don't cheat off of me.
Don't cheat on them. Good, I like that. I think the big thing you learn is go slow, and then go back and check it if you have time. Okay?
Did you just say the average number of questions that are on your exams?
I'm gonna guess there's 40, 35 to 45.
And we just get a normal class
You
period?
get an hour and 15 minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the exam questions are gonna be like half, like from the first chapter we learned about all the different
No,
terms and.
the exam, I'm this close to teaching this course without the textbook.
Awesome.
Because for me, the textbook is background.
I didn't even look at it.
Given that, I would tell you the exam is 100% from the appendices.
Okay.
Now,
I think I'm gonna return it.
you may find that in some of the later chapters, the reading in the textbook helps supplement. I don't know. I'm going to try to remember to ask you at the end of the term your opinion. How necessary was the textbook? What was I going to say? I am going to post later today Appendix F. It is an old exam. I've had people tell me in the past that they thought the exams were more difficult than the appendices. So I'm going to post an exam for you to go over and try, and you can tell me if you think it was more difficult than the appendices. Okay? So keep your eyes, and it will have answers. I think it will have answers. It may not. It may be that you have to collude with one another and figure out the answers. Sir?
What if I snap a photo after?
Oh, go ahead. You don't want me in it? Say so.
As long as I get the problem, you're welcome.
It's your grade, man. No, you can call it the way you want it. Question?
Yeah, so for this first exam, it's literally just going to be on supply and demand and how we manipulate those factors?
Yeah. Appendix A and C are all supply and demand. Appendix B and D are those topics: consumer surplus, incidence of attacks, and the mathematics. Appendix E, I don't remember if it's a blend or what. And then Appendix F is definitely a blend. It's a sample, an old test. Other questions, comments? These questions, the topics, the incidence of attacks, the mathematics of equilibrium, there's probably not more than 6 questions out of 40 on this. Most of the questions are going to be supply and demand. So don't get on the exam and find yourself spending 15 minutes working one of these damn things because you can't get it to come out right. Take a look at your exam in its totality and say, ooh, how many questions do I need to go back over or whatever.